Welcome to the Other Half podcast. My name is Gabe Gonzales.
I'm Josiah Gonzales. This is the podcast where we explore mixed race identity and culture and everything that comes with it.
And today our guest is someone that I met on social media through an Instagram account called Heart Filipino Shoutouts. So she is our first mixed Filipina guest.
Woo!
Please welcome Claudia Manganiello.
Hello, almost.
You just told me to, and I messed it up.
It's too long.
Could you pronounce it for us then, since he messed it up?
Yes, Manganiello.
I messed that part. Manganiello. Sorry.
There you go.
Yeah, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, I messaged a lot of people on that account just to see who is interested. And it's cool all the responses we get, and it's just about like planning the right time because where are you? You're in New York, right?
Just got to New York.
Crazy. Yeah, and we're on the West Coast. The first question we always ask our guests is, what is your specific ethnic background?
I am Filipina and Italian.
And are you half and half?
Yeah, well, I'm mixed with a bunch of other French and Austrian, Chinese and things, but mostly Filipino.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
cool. Is your dad Italian?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. This thing.
I'm pretty sure I saw this on your account, but what were you guys again?
Our dad's Filipino, so it's a little different because most mixed Filipinos, generally it's the mom that's Filipino. We haven't come across too many mixed Filipinos where the dad is Filipino.
That's true.
Yeah. We also found that just as an anecdote, those who are like the Filipino dad, they look more white. Whereas if they have a Filipino mom, they tend to have Filipino features, which is interesting because usually it's like the male's genetics kind of take over like the structure like that, but apparently not in Filipinos. So
Yeah, it's something about our Filipino genetics. Whenever it's the mom, you look more. I don't know if you've met many mixed Filipinos who've had a Filipino dad. Kind of rare.
No, honestly, I don't know too many Filipinos. That was the cool account that I found.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, me too. When we started this podcast, once I got on Instagram, I was like looking up half Filipinos or just mixed Asians and stuff like that, just to see what's out there. And I came across this account. I was like, oh, cool. Just started messaging everyone.
And I actually met a lot of people on there too, like message me, like people with their kids, and we're like, oh, like, do you have a message for my daughter? I'd love for you to make something to tell her. It was cute.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it's like a unique experience that we all share being mixed. So it's kind of cool building up this community and seeing what community is out there for mixed people. Yeah. So where were you born? Were you born in the States or?
Yeah, I was born here.
And what about your parents? Are you first generation American, second generation?
So my dad has been here, yeah, like I'm pretty sure maybe his great grandparent moved here from Italy, but my mom she was born in the Philippines, and then she came here when she was a teenager.
Okay.
Cool.
That's like us as well. Our mom, I don't know, great grandparents. I don't know.
I think we're fifth generation
Oh,
Canadian on mom's side.
yeah.
And then first generation Filipino or Canadian on dad's side. Whereabouts in the Philippines is your mom from?
My mom is from Malaybalay and Bukidnon, which part is that from?
I don't know.
the big island? What is
Yeah.
that called?
Luzon?
Is that where Davao is in that island.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Not near Davao, but that's the island where she,
Although none of us know.
small, small little town she's from, but I don't remember the big island right now.
Does she speak a different dialect or is it Tagalog?
Yeah, no, she knows Visaya.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know for us, because we grew up in Canada and most of our friends spoke English, well, all of our friends spoke English. Um, we didn't learn Tagalog, and we're kind of on this journey now. In the next 2 years, we want to be able to have a conversation in Tagalog. Um, what about you? Do you know another language, or is it just English like us?
Yeah, I pretty much only know English. I know a lot of Spanish
Oh.
because of school and or being around it when I was younger, but and I'm trying to learn now because I actually like love to move to Costa Rica.
Oh, cool.
But I really wish I knew Tagalog too. It just seems so hard.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be easier for you once you, like, since you know Spanish, you probably pick up Tagalog.
Yeah, that's true because there's some similar.
Yeah, so that's our process right now. We're trying to learn Tagalog. It's fun, but yeah, it's difficult to I don't know, to find time to learn. It's weird because we all have lots of time, but still one of those things that there's no like immediate need to do it. So
No. Yeah, and if you don't practice every day, it has to be every day.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, that's exactly why I've been learning right now because of all this time. You finally have.
Yeah. How is it in New York? What's the experience like for you there?
So I actually just got here because I actually went to Florida.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it seems better than where I was because people weren't wearing masks and being serious about it in Florida.
yeah, Florida was a free for all, hey? They didn't shut down anything. They're just like go wild.
Yep.
Yeah.
My uncle was in a part like further away from like the main cities like Miami and stuff. And they just started requiring them to wear masks and like just seriously 2 weeks ago.
I was just in Washington D.C. and like you have to wear a mask when you go outside, just walking around and um, but as soon as people got to like parks, like say you would go hang out in a park or even at like a beach somewhere, everyone just takes off their mask. So they socially distance, but then there's no more masks. So it's interesting. People are
Yeah,
choosing to
people make their own rules.
do. Okay, so a big thing for us is food. We love Filipino food growing up. Um, and I just like even now we would choose Filipino food over just plain boring white food.
Yeah. I made adobo and rice the other day. It's a good meal prep food.
I need to tell you something sad. I never had adobo.
I'm just gonna go.
I,
Wow, that's
I,
interesting.
Oh.
I don't know how. My mom doesn't really cook.
Okay,
Oh.
I've had from like restaurants, you know, but never had adobo.
Oh no. That's a
what's
trap.
your
I think you gotta
yeah?
get on it. We have a recipe on our YouTube channel.
I have to try it.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food then, or favorite dish, Filipino food?
Okay, so it used to be koale, but now I try to be vegetarian. So
Okay,
still I love the pancit.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of deep fried meat in Filipino food, so
I mean, delicious.
so good. Have you ever had Tyrone? Like the banana lumpia? So good.
I think so. Yeah. I think I tried it the last time I was there.
Yeah, because that's technically vegan, I would say. Just a
Yeah.
banana wrapped in a
And deep fried.
yeah.
Oh, I think I definitely remember having that. I think we got them like specially delivered to my mom.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Nice. So what about Italy? Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I went there 2 years ago.
Nice.
hmm And then for when I visited the semester before I went, when I was still in college, I tried learning Italian. I tried doing that. So I know a little Italian.
Okay. And
There you go.
that's really similar to Spanish as well, right? So
Yeah. Eso es todo, Luisini.
cool. Which country, I know it's a weird question, maybe a little loaded, but which country do you prefer visiting? Italy or the Philippines?
No, you can't really say. They were very nice to visit both, honestly.
Yeah.
Italy's the Philippines is beautiful, but Philippines is like completely different world, honestly. That's what I think. Like, and everyone seems so nice there.
It's that we've kind of been talking about how the whole island thing, like it's the island vibe.
Yeah,
So the only thing I can compare that to is like Hawaii. That's the only other like island I've been to, and everyone is just so chill, just all the time. Like there's no worries. Um,
exactly.
even if there's like extreme poverty, people are just still so chill. Weird.
Yeah, I think it's like appreciating what they have because they have so little. So like, you know, having friends and family and having just like the necessities covered. They don't have to like they're not like clouded by their privilege, I guess. Whereas
Yeah,
we take everything for granted, or not we as like generalization, but like a lot of people in Western civilizations take so much for granted that uh, we just we got anxiety and stress and ugh, terrible.
yeah. Like you guys said, you grew up in Canada, so I don't know for you, but like when I first visited the Philippines, I was like, I guess shocked to see like how some people live there. Like the makeshift houses and stuff like that. So like it really. And then I compare it to like how, because my my other family on the Italian side always like worried about me traveling there. Oh, like it's so dangerous because it's a third world country or something like that. It's like it's not like necessarily dangerous. Just people are poor because of colonization and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really shocking. I've only been once, and it was 2 years ago for Christmas. And it is shocking to see that kind of poverty. We went like into the slums, like right in Manila. We went into I forget what the district was called, but we just went and like drove through it, and it was insane. Um, but Sai, you're the only one that hasn't been out of our family.
Oh, that's right. I've yet
So
to go. I need to go.
Ah, don't talk to me about the adobo.
yeah,
Ooh, fair play. Fair.
touche.
Yeah.
That's
See.
funny.
Yeah, because the best thing, honestly, the fruits. So cool how many different fruits they have over there that never heard of.
Yeah, I guess. What's your favorite one that you can't get in like North America or that you don't usually get?
I mean, I'm sure I didn't even try like everything, but I tried
Mhm.
these things like called lanzones. They're like basically they look like yellow grapes. It's really good.
Okay. What's the flavor like? If you could compare it to something.
Yeah, definitely still similar to grape. It's like that watery, juicy thing,
Yeah.
but sour. It's like sweet.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that before.
Yeah. Looks like yellow grape.
Hmm, I think I've had it. Um, but I love lychees. Is that do they grow those in the Philippines? They do, right?
So I never had that either, I think.
Lychee? Oh, they're so good.
Maybe in a cocktail.
Right.
And you you guys were mixed. What were you mixed with again?
Oh yeah, we didn't really answer that, did we?
No.
Um,
No, we didn't.
well, on our mom's side, it's mostly German.
Like for us, because it's so far removed from like Germany, we're not really like German, like proud Germans. Whereas like we like to be proud Filipinos. And I think being like white looking, we really leaned into the whole being Filipino thing because it's like we were different than all the other white kids. And so we could differentiate. I don't know if you've had the same experience, like really leaning into it because you look Filipino, but you look mixed, but you have Filipino features. So did you ever kind of like really identify one way or the other in terms of like, having friend groups or like just who you were?
I mean, honestly, I think for the most part, people, yeah, like you said, they recognize that I'm mixed. They're just like all the time. It's always like, "What are you?"
Yeah.
So definitely, I'm just mixed, but I'm in the same boat that I wouldn't say like I'm so proud Italian. I'm more proud Filipino because
Yeah.
it is uh just came from there. My dad doesn't know anything about Italy or his heritage there.
Yeah. So you'd say like your dad's American rather than
Hmm.
Italian. Right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's same with us. Like our mom's Canadian. We don't call her German. It's she's Canadian straight up, and then dad was Filipino, right? Um, so yeah.
Yeah, and we'd always describe ourselves as half white, half Filipino.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're not culturally German. It's just
Yeah.
we're Caucasian. But I don't even think Caucasian's a term anymore. We just use white.
You guys
Hmm.
have to be proud, okay?
You can't be proud white right now. It's not safe time to be a proud white.
Yeah. Oh,
So you
that's funny.
really lean into the person of color identity, I think, right now. Yeah.
Yeah, do you think that being half impacted like the friends that you chose at all growing up or
No, I'm kind of that type of person. I'm just like friends with everyone. I try to get along with everyone.
Yeah. That's cool. I find for me, I don't know for you, Gabe, but it's like having that mix and that the cultural like heritage of like having just a bunch of stuff. It's like you don't necessarily choose based on your identity. Like, a lot of Asians will have Asian friends or, whatever. But when you're mixed, it's kind of like because you have that like acceptance internally, it's almost like you accept externally. So then you're like your friend group seems just as diverse as your mix is, right? Like I know, and for me in high school, it was like a couple natives, some Nigerians, Pakistani, uh, half Chinese, me half Filipino, and some white kids, right? So it was like our friend group was just everyone because we didn't really have that implicit bias to like choose us versus them. It was just like everyone is us kind of thing. So I don't know if you've had that experience too. It seems like, yeah, yeah,
We're not like one category.
yeah, exactly. That's right.
yeah. And I guess that's kind of like the root of where we're trying to go with this podcast. A good thought, Si. Just
Yeah.
because like growing up, we are so, like you said, multicultural at heart that all
Hmm.
of our friends were or different ethnicities and that's what we want to do with this podcast. Just kind of meet people from all around the world that have had that similar experience. Kind of cool.
Yeah, it's like not creating an out group. It's like everyone is an in group kind of thing. So there's no thems. Everyone's an us, which is a cool notion because we need more of that right now. I think having more us's to thems.
Yeah.
I have an artificial heart valve, so like a mechanical one. So whenever my heart beats, it ticks.
Oh my gosh, do you really
Yeah,
mind me asking? Because I actually have a heart condition.
yeah, heart buddies. High five. Let's share heart problem things. What's yours?
I have this thing where my ache is larger than it should, and it's like genetic thing. But
Yeah.
my grandma had an artificial heart valve too. That's why I asked.
Oh, crazy. Did
Yeah,
it tick?
it did. I
No.
listened to. Yeah,
Yeah, that's insane. So your aorta was larger, you said?
yeah.
Cool. Mine was smaller.
Really?
Yeah.
So so what problem? What problems did that give you?
Well, so they detected it when I was a baby,
Mhm.
and I had a heart surgery when I was 4, one when I was 8, and then I had one when I was 21, 22. Wait, 24. Jeez. It's like, oh man, I don't even know when that was. It's been so long. 24. So I've had 3 total. It hasn't really given me problems. One of the biggest things was the doctors told my mom not to put me into active things. So like, don't put them in any sports. And then she's like, screw that. I'm gonna put them into all the sports. So I think one of the biggest things and benefits for me was active my whole life. So I've never really had any issues just other than having to go get heart surgery. So it's never been a limitation for me. I don't know have you ever had any procedures done or like anything invasive?
I've never had a surgery. Hopefully, I won't, because some technically my thing is like it could be that it hasn't enlarged to a point yet, and I would have to get my dad and my grandma have. But yeah, that's rough having 3 surgeries already, and we're only 25. Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. So have you had any like limitations or like does it affect your like daily life at all or anything that is there anything going on with that or
Most limitations, yeah, they always told me not to do like contact
yeah.
sports.
Mm.
I mainly do, yeah, non-contact. I did like volleyball, they let me do, or
Yeah.
things like that. But um, the main annoyance is honestly having to take medication every day. Like since I,
Oh,
so that's the main thing. But
crazy.
that's
What meds do you take? Do you mind me asking?
that's fine. I
Yeah.
just Tenalol, you know that one. Yeah.
No. No idea. Is it a beta blocker?
Yes. It's a
Oh,
beta
okay.
blocker.
Yeah, I take one too. So yeah, crazy. So it's genetic. That your dad's side?
Mhm.
That's okay.
I think our dad had something. Or
Yeah, he our dad had what a quadruple bypass or whatever, and then he eventually passed away from a heart attack. And then our grandpa also had a quadruple or triple, one of those.
yeah.
We've had 3 generations of heart surgeries on our dad's side.
But I think dad had something undiagnosed,
Oh,
like
probably.
like you.
Yeah.
So that's why he passed away so early.
Yeah.
Because like just a quad, you could like Tatai recovered from a quad. He's like
It's true.
our our Lolo. We call him Tatai, our grandpa. He never made us call him Lolo. Um, he's like 86.
Sick. He's still trucking.
So he's
He's
had
killing.
like heart surgery and he's had cancer. He's just like, I don't care. I get rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's so chill about it.
Yeah, I should actually call them.
Yeah, no doubt.
Whenever
And we'll definitely get you on again in the future if you want to come on.
sounds good.
How about you learn some Tagalog and we'll do some Tagalog together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or even Espanol. That's always fun.
Yeah.
Thanks
Cool.
a lot, Claudia.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Thanks everyone for tuning into the podcast. I hope you enjoyed the conversation we had with Claudia. She was really sweet and we enjoyed talking to her. As usual, if you hit the notification bell below, hit subscribe, like it, share it with everyone. Much appreciated. We want to spread this thing as quick and far as possible.
Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.